Greetings viewers, Eric the Car Guy here, and thank you very much for tuning in today. In today's video, I have teamed up with Loctite, and they have provided me with these three sealers, and I need to pick which one I'm going to use to reseal this transmission that's here behind me. Which one do you think I'm going to pick? Which one would you pick? First up, let's talk about Loctite's 5699 gray RTV silicone sealant. This stuff is sensor safe and non-corrosive. Also, it has excellent glycol as well as water resistance. So if you're sealing up a water pump or anything else in a cooling system, this might be your go-to. Next up, we have Loctite 598, and this is a black silicone sealant, RTV. It is O2 sensor safe and non-corrosive. It has excellent oil resistant properties. This might be good to use on something like an oil pan gasket that you were trying to make. These first two sealants are RTVs, or room temperature vulcanizing sealants. What that means is these cure up at room temperature, basically combining with the humidity in the air. Loctite 518 is an anaerobic sealer, and what that means is it cures in the absence of oxygen. I know this sounds weird, but you could actually put a drop of this on the bench, come back hours later, it'll still be liquid. Yet, when you put something together and you use this to seal it up, once it comes in contact with the metal and no longer has contact with oxygen, it will cure up and form a bond with that metal, making a tight seal. This stuff is excellent for machine surfaces. Now that you know about all three of these sealants, which one are you going to use to seal up the transmission? Now, because this transmission is a machine surface, I'm going to be using Loctite's 518 for this job. The truth is, you could have used any one of these sealers for this job. I just chose this because machine surface. Also, sometimes it takes a little bit to mate those two halves into place, so sometimes you got to fiddle with it for a while. So there's a little bit of time that passes between the time that you apply the sealer and the time that it's together. I think this stuff that doesn't cure until there's no oxygen is a perfect solution for that situation. But then I went back and used the 598 on this plug on the back of the transmission here to help any oil or anything from leaking out of those threads. I also had an issue with the rear main seal on this car, to where around the outside of the rear main seal, where the seal actually went in, there was some scoring on the metal, and I sanded a little bit of that down, applied a little bit of this 598, put the new seal in, and I hope that leak is solved. RTV is very good with a regular surface, is like this piece of glass. Picture this foam as the RTV, and this is the other side of the mating surface. RTV is very good at going into all these little nooks and crannies and sealing things up. Unlike a regular gasket would be. And in a situation like this where there is no gasket, well, you're looking at some form of RTV, or in my instance, I used the anaerobic sealer. I'll put links in the description to all this stuff so that you can learn more about it and figure out where you can get some of this stuff for yourself. But I hope the information in this video was useful to you. If you have automotive questions, I ask that you head to EricTheCarGuy.com. That will be linked in the description along with a bunch of additional information. Special thanks to Loctite on this one. Be safe, have fun, stay dirty. I'll see you next time.